Welcome to the Thrive With Us podcast with Nick and Nicole Jones. I'm just going to say your name for you. We're back after a little hiatus. We have no idea what's happening here. And we look forward to talking about nothing and everything all at once. Kudos to Ralph's Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Never going to let it go. Sponsors the episodes. So let's get into it. Today we're going to just talk about a little life and shop update. So Nicole didn't even know that until I just said it.
We always talk about that. I think we should talk about. Ready for it?
You're so low.
I know this
for
chair
anyone
is
listening and not
so
watching,
comfortable.
Nicole is in a much more comfortable seat because she always.
My torso is way too long for the other chair, so I think we should talk about small acts of kindness and the power that it has.
Okay, well, never mind the
on
shop
all
update.
Of our lives.
Let's just go over a little, little update. So, I went on a good vacation with my mother for a while, and then Europe, Paris, London, the whole gamut. Nicole held down the fort. People might be going like, why would he go without Nicole? Well, we have 7 dogs. 6 according to the county, 7 if you're watching the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to leave. So sometimes we split up. Plus, we've been married a really long time. Don't think we spent more time apart than we did last month. So I think that's really important as far as having a good relationship and being married. Sometimes a little break is necessary. Mm-hmm. Not in the
Absence
fact that like
makes the heart grow fonder.
You grabbed that. I liked it. You're like, but yeah. So we did that. I was gone for a while. Took my mom, which was awesome, and then I ended up doing a photography thing on the Oregon Coach, which was which was equally amazing. And now we're back here.
And we are actually about to go on a trip together.
Yeah, it's more of a work trip, though.
No.
There's a little fun involved. Yeah. The end of it's fun. Not that work isn't fun. I just...
no, it's like a personal trip, work trip, personal trip.
Yeah. So that's a little update. Obviously we have the 3 stores, one of them being fairly new. So we're working through that. And, yeah. Let's talk about small acts of kindness.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
You were the one who brought it up. I can tell you're itching. When I start talking, you're itching to speak. And then
no. I think we have a good story to share that something that happened to us recently that kind of just brought that to light and made me think about talking about this and how it would be a great thing to share. One night, Nick and I were spiraling and it was late at night. We're like,
you make it sound like we're like drug users or something.
We're spiraling hard.
We're spiraling, bro. Or really, we just went to the grocery store at like 11 o'clock and got ice cream. I don't think that's spiraling.
It was a full-blown spiral.
You're for sure a square at this point. Spiraling meant something a lot different like 10 years ago for me. But anyway.
So we're at Safeway, 11 and almost 12 o'clock at night. Risky. And then what happened?
We were let's talk about the ice cream because really that's the most important part here. We got ourselves some vegan ice cream. Nicole and I are both vegan-ish. I'm vegan-ish. Nicole's pretty vegan because, for personal
99.9%.
Yeah. And feel free to make fun of me because that's what everyone decides to do. I really don't care. I don't like killing things. And I don't want to eat things that die a horrible death. So, but that being said, I jumped on a different.
I feel like a small child in this chair.
But people who eat meat, it's not like I'm like this weird vegan guy who's like, oh my god, I'm not PETA. I just personally, it's a choice that I make, and I love it. There's times where it's difficult, but it's almost fun in that way. Anywho, so we get to Safeway. It's about 11. We call it the unsafe way. It's on Pine Street downtown. It's definitely not the most favorable area.
It's not the safest way.
So we get there, we get out. We're looking through the ice cream. Let's talk ice cream here. obviously we go for the dairy-free options. Boy, have they stepped up their game. I mean, things have really gotten out of hand. I get the cookie dough. Nicole gets
Strawberry. Bananas Foster is good too.
That's true.
It's real good.
That's true. I got a gelato as well.
We went like ham though. We got other stuff. I can't remember what we got.
4 pints of ice cream. Yeah.
I got like French fries and like
it was bad.
Yeah.
So we get that. We get a little gelato. The raspberry one is real good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the coffee one
cold
too.
brew one.
See, that wasn't fully vegan.
That one we found out had eggs in it.
Which, whatever. It is what it is. We're best we can do. So we get it. We're standing in line. Nicole and I, on the way there, we talked about how this isn't really like us. We don't, we're not the 11:30 go get a bunch of crap people. We sometimes are, but you're going through Safeway and or unsafe way. There's a lot of different people. I try not to be judgmental, but I'm scared for my life on multiple occasions. We'll leave it at that. Turn an aisle, afraid I'm going to get stabbed. Turn another aisle, afraid I'm going to get stabbed by a needle. Things like that, right? So we get in line, and there's just a plethora of characters. God, yeah. So we get in line. For one, I'm like a little nervous because there's a guy in front of us, and he's off the walls. He's like on whatever he's on, obviously. He also, funny side story.
Well, paint the whole picture, okay? There's how many people in line in front of us? There's 3 people in line, like 3 different, categories of people. The first one.
Well, there was a lady in very front of us. I was getting to that. Okay. We're getting down the line.
You cut, though. The guy. You went straight to the guy.
The guy. Texas. First and foremost, the lady who's checking out, you can tell she's obviously like not like everyone else in there. Maybe, a mother or something. She looked like she was using like food stamps or whatever the word for that is. And maybe didn't want to go when it was busy. She's very nice, respectful. The checkout lady, also super nice. She's got like dreads. I can't remember her name now. I'd love to call her. Maggie. She's super nice. And she's helping her out. The guy behind her is our Texas guy. Which we'll get to why that is in a second, but he's jittery. He's walking around. He's on meth, realistically. And funny side story: when we left, Nicole's like, "Hey, did you see that guy's Texas tattoo? Like, did you see?" And I was like, Yeah, I did. And she was like kind of a matter of fact about it. Like, yeah, it was on his side. Like, apparently he had Texas like tattooed on his rib. But what Nicole
did, the state of Texas, the shape.
Yeah. What Nicole didn't see was directly on his forehead. It said literally the word Texas. So you can imagine he was
like super polite and respectful. He had that like Texas twang, like "thank you, ma'am," like that. But he looked like
a huge bottle of vodka.
He looked like the Joker, like the just unhinged vibe. Yeah.
You're like, if something sets this guy off, we're gonna end up battling, and I don't want to get stabbed. So he's, he was nice to the person, and then the lady behind him was just really quiet. She had a scent, but she was you could tell she was homeless, but she was just like.
Didn't speak English. Yeah.
It just smelled like pee, really. Me and Nicole were like, oh, fuck. Like, what are we doing here? Like, you're just kind of like, this isn't like me. And now I'm seeing people that are, you're like not in your environment. It's not typically where I am. So the mom checks out.
Just questioning life choices,
Yeah. Like, holy shit, where'd all this ice cream come from?
Should be sleeping.
Why are there fries here? What happened? And then the mom checks out. It's pretty uneventful. The guy, he's like, "Oh yeah, they got the booze locked up." Blah blah blah. He's like jittering around. She goes to get the bottle of alcohol, gives it to him. Super nice. Leaves his change, and then the next lady's got, like 4 of those Hungry Man, like the TV dinners. I don't know if like that's like not actual food, but whatever. They're like supposed to be very big, and then like 2 bottles of Pepsi. And she goes to check out, and she's like, you can tell she just doesn't understand what's happening. She's just like doing the smile nod thing, kind of like what I do when I'm
Like
in Europe.
super smiley.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Her energy
friendly.
was good. And then she checks out, and it was like 23 something and change. And the lady only had $20. And it was like, oh shit. And I was like kind of watching it unfold, and I was like, oh, I should do something. And then I'm like, oh, it's awkward. Sometimes people get mad, and like it's kind of, I just let my awkwardness
Just
get in the way.
overthinking
Yeah,
everything.
I'm just like, all right, she's just like got 4, so I get 3. And then the lady checking her out was like, oh no, don't worry, like I'll take care of it. And like in that moment, I'm like, okay, she's gonna like discount it down or whatever. And then
Yeah, put a coupon on.
yeah, I'm like kind of watching the screen, and I just see her whip out her phone and use her Apple Pay and pay the rest. It's 11:30 at night. She doesn't know this lady from whatever, right? I don't know Maggie very well, but I don't think, Safeway, she's probably not, a multi-billionaire. And she just had the, like...
And no one that
Make me cry. I
Yeah.
literally just started crying.
no one trained her to do that. Like
No.
it wasn't
And
like
there was
a
no-
culture thing or
Nope.
yeah.
There was no like, oh, I'm going to tell everybody. There's no ulterior motive. There's no nothing.
Like I'm
she
doing
just-
this for the credit.
She just reached over with her phone and went beep, and I'm just like, what the fuck? That's crazy. I mean, I don't know why it surprises me so much, other than I think we as humans forget that those people on the streets are human beings. And like, yeah, the lady was just like, oh, thank you, and she left. And I had to tell Maggie, I was like, I saw that, and that was amazing. I was like tearing up because it was just like so quiet. I don't know why. It
It was
made me
just such a
emotional.
genuine, intimate moment, and she was just doing it for that woman, like
Yeah. Just out of the kindness
that
of her
was
heart.
buying food,
Yep.
that you could tell works her ass off with whatever she's doing, like she's just, it wasn't that she was like some drug addict living on the street. She
She
was,
may have been. Does that mean she doesn't deserve food?
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got we just
yeah.
saw my family last night,
yeah.
and I think they deserve food as well. We
Yeah.
live in the
I really
fucking
don't
United
think-
States of America.
I
man.
agree, but I really don't think that was her situation.
Me
She
neither.
looked
I
very
agree.
like,
She just looked
Yeah.
like maybe she was some sort of immigrant or something, and was just like, and like it just brought everything back to me. Like we all see on the news like all the shit that's happening and all this crap, and it's like, yeah, get these people out of here. Like that's just a human being right there. Like that could be my mom if I was born in a different situation. That could be your grandma. What the fuck? Why is that not the norm? You know what I mean? I just want to shout out to Maggie. Like I want to hire her instantly. I mean, Nicole, like, where could she fit? But those types of people are the ones changing the world, not the ones that you're watching on TV that are yapping about bullshit about how they're going to help you and all that crap. And I don't want to get political because I hate politics in general, whether it be left, right, center, all of it. But just those small acts of kindness.
yeah,
are
I was
what
going to
change the
say
world.
stuff
It's
like that has nothing to do with politics.
It really
it's
doesn't.
just-
And that's but we try to make it that way, which is what sucks, right? Because like that lady, she's just a human being. Politics, I don't know what her affiliations are. I really don't know much about her. And I just think that like we need to remember that humans should just help each other, and that's how the world gets better. Not by alienating people or trying to figure out who's on my team, who's against me, who deserves what and where. It doesn't work. I feel like that's the collective ego speaking. Like, we need to get these people to do this, and they're just doing that to us. And who's us, them, where, what? We're all the same fucking human. I don't get it. I never will. I will never understand that. And shout out to the people who just quietly do things when no one's looking, because those are the people who really change the world, not the people who show you they do. And I'm not saying it's bad when you donate something, because I think it's inspiring.
Yeah, and that's something that we always talk about within our company. Like there are always things that are happening within our company of and because it's an infectious thing to help one another,
Things aren't
and
taught,
a lot
they're
of the
caught,
times
man.
we're like, oh, well, I don't want to like come off as I'm bragging or, I'm doing it for the credit. And of course, like always questioning yourself why you're doing it, but it should always be for the people, But I think it's really important to share because it's super infectious. And that oxytocin chemical that we get when we do something kind, it not only affects us, but it affects the person receiving.
It literally brought me to, so I don't
And then
cry.
it affects the people that are watching as well, and that's something that Simon Sinek, Leaders Eat Last, talks a lot about within leadership, that oxytocin chemical that we're all chasing.
Yeah. And I think that, like, it literally brought me to tears.
Yeah, me too.
Which is super weird.
Yeah, just we're always retelling it. It makes you emotional.
Because it was
about
just like, it's like late at night. She's just getting abused by some of these people that come in. Like, they're not, like, no offense, but like, and they are humans too. But again, if they just had a little kindness, things would go a long way. And it's like, it's just crazy, The world we live in is so insane. Sometimes it just baffles me, like how we are pit against each other. And I'm going to sound like the quote-unquote hippie, but I really don't give a fuck. It's like, we just want to box each other into all these things. That's what I love. I always love when I meet somebody and they can't be boxed in. You know what I mean? Kind of like me. I drive a Tesla, but I'll also drive a 800 horsepower gas guzzling pickup. But I'll also, I like animals, but I wouldn't mind hunting. Honestly, like it's just, not everyone needs to be this or that, and we need to start looking in the world and not such. I think the big travesty of the United States is like the two-party or like two way of thinking system that boxes everybody in. And just recently I've been like, kind of looking into politics, and it just, I don't want to anymore. I'm out. There's a reason why I've always hated it. Because you just start thinking in this way, like, oh yeah, I'm on this side. We're tribal, like tribalism. You know what I mean? Like we want to do this, and I've always just been, I believe some stuff on the right, some stuff on the left, some stuff in the center, some stuff that doesn't. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I just believe in human kindness and freedom. Those two things.
Human
if we could just
is everything,
but then like the crazy thing is like, I'm just getting on a rant here now. I'm sorry, but it's like, we can concoct our brain to see things as kindness, like, oh, well, we need to do this because it's saves all these other people. I don't know. It's crazy, but
yeah. But back on the kindness thing with like specifically our downtown shop. There's a lot of homeless downtown Reading, and when we were first moving in, everyone was like, oh, are you not worried about the downtown like homeless people? And everyone was trying to warn us like, oh, you're gonna get people pooping on the sidewalk out front, and it was like this whole thing, and we were just like, well, you know what, we're just going to treat them with kindness, treat them like people because they are, and see what happens, and knock on wood,
we've had a window broken, but whatever.
It wasn't even broken, it was
it was smashed.
Graffiti.
No, we got a window smashed.
Yeah, well, there's just like two things, the graffitied window broken, like there really hasn't been that much, and even if there is, you can't fight anger with anger. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, you can.
And like still to this day, like every once in a while we'll get someone that comes by that's angry or, that wants to wreck things. But for the most part, it's just people that are hungry.
And you see, and then I'll
lost,
talk to people, do you not have problems with it? And they're just so pissed off and against him. It's like, do you realize that like what you put out in the world is what you get back?
Yeah, and
100%.
it's so cool to see like our technicians, like our team members still, like earlier today, there was a guy apparently that has been living by Walgreens, and he's got this like jacked up leg, like his leg's been split open, and he just looks haggard. And like a couple of the technicians went over to Walgreens, walked over there and had a bag of supplies like water, snacks for the guy. I mean, it's 100 and what today with the smoke. It's just horrific. The weather outside is horrific right now.
Yeah.
And they're so excited to do it. And they're like, yeah, let's go give this guy some water. Did you see his leg? He's so jacked up. And like, those little acts of kindness, and they're not doing
it's like
it
when we first opened.
They're not doing it to get any sort of credit. They're just doing it because it feels good, and it feels good to be able to take care of another human or another
We're put
person.
on this world to serve each other.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. And it's so easy to just look at, because we're all like conditioned in a way to like just judge people and hate. One time I was in Rite Aid and there was a guy in front of me in line that was buying a snack pack, one of those little tiny miniature Lunchable things, and then like a naked drink, and his card declined. And he was like, just, you could tell was like living on the street and was just very antisocial. And he just like ran out. And then like everyone was just making fun of him, like the people in line next to me. And then the cashiers were just like, oh, this fucking guy, you know? And it's like, he was literally trying to buy food and a drink, you know? And then like,
you're lucky you didn't go in there and fucking steal all of it.
yeah. And then I was like, I felt so bad. Like I just felt like I was in this like weird movie where like someone was getting bullied and like you just witnessed it, you know? So I went and bought him like a handful of snack packs and naked drinks. And I called you because I was like, I'm very introverted as it is. So like I saw him at the Raba station, the bus station, and I'm like, I'm scared. There's like a bunch of people over there. I want to give this to him, but I was just nervous because it's like scary sometimes to do stuff like that, you know? But I did it, and of course, they're just so nice. They're just the nicest people. I'm like, what was I scared to go and confront a human?
With so many of the people around the downtown store, the homeless people. And I've had one guy who was a little aggressive with me, but I was just like, oh man, dude, sorry. You know, and he just walked off. It's not like if you're looking for trouble, you're going to find it. And
but I had you on the phone the whole time. Like, just stay on the phone with me just in case.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that should end this episode.
I would just challenge everyone to just something small, whether it's hold a door open for a little old lady, help someone cross the street.
For us, we like randomly helping people with car repair. Whatever your gift is, you know, help somebody with it.
It's not like you have to, you know, it is not all monetary. It's just little acts. It doesn't have to be like, oh, go donate your money to.
So fun.
Yeah.
It's literally one of the most enjoyable things. But and if you don't want to, you don't want to. But I would implore you.
I think we all want to at heart.
I think we're made to serve others.
Yeah.
I think that chemically, like our brains are made up of shit that wants us to give.
Like, why does it feel so good?
I don't know. Yeah,
why you know? Why do we have that chemical?
But cool. Well, I love this one. This was awesome.
Yeah, short.
Now I'm excited. I just want to go give something to somebody.
Yeah.
Well,
it's almost better when it's like a mystery too. Like you're just doing it anonymously.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, and we'll try to be more regular about these. But just follow us, like, subscribe. Also, follow All Dogs Thrive. We're gonna hopefully get going on that soon. We're gonna have some updates at some point. We've just been drowning and trying to live our lives. So appreciate everybody listening. Please go do something for somebody and have zero expectation and feel what that feels like.
Or even if it's 105 degrees outside, 110 degrees, go fill up a bowl of water for a little lizard or a frog or a bird. Yeah, just fill up a bowl of water. It's
Maybe
literally,
I don't know.
You will literally save an animal from dying by doing that. And it's just the smallest act of kindness.
Some people don't care about animals.
It's feels so good.
It's whatever you want.
Everyone cares about animals. Anyway.
That's not true. Animals, yes, it is. Humans, children, I don't know. They're humans too.
We are nature.
Why did I say that? Anywho, thanks for listening. We're going to end there. See you later.
Peace.